3 weeks later, Batman finds a body in a Gotham room, the same man Thomas Wayne saved years ago. Batman remembers his father's choice, and the man's last message reads his gift. He calls for help, only to be attacked. The attacker accuses Batman of saving the monster, saying he's now better. Batman fights back, determined to uncover the truth. Flashback. Dr. Thomas Wayne saves the man's life at the hospital, defying everyone's objections to uphold his oath. Thomas notices the woman's old injuries, realizing the man is an abuser but still operates. After the surgery, the woman promises to live with her baby. Thomas knows he did the right thing. Later, Martha arranges for her to stay in a shelter, helping her start over. That night, Thomas and Martha argue. She can't understand why he saved a monster. He tells her a doctor's duty is to save lives, no matter who they are. Young Bruce overhears them. Taking the lesson to heart, this is why he becomes Batman. Back in the present, Batman remembers his parents' words. He will never stop saving lives, even for monsters. Teenager Sam Quistive accidentally shoots the store owner, panicking and calling for help. Batman crashes through the window. Sam panics and runs, but Batman stops him, trying to calm him down. Batman knocks the phone away. Sam flees, but Batman tracks him using the device. Batman finds Sam's file, just out of juvenile detention, with a history of abuse. Batman finds Sam dead in the sewers, killed by an unseen attacker. A strange perfume lingers on the body. Back in the present, Bruce attends a charity gala hosted by Scarlet, the girl his mother once helped. Scarlet shows Bruce her lab, revealing an anti-aging project she wants him to join. Scarlet talks about the Sangreal, a life-extending technology. Bruce remembers he's always rejected enhancements. Bruce hesitates, recalling his parents' words. True strength comes from within, not technology. Years ago, inside Gotham Hospital, a patient tried to run away and was held back by orderlies. Dr. Thomas Wayne hurried over, sticking to his duty as a doctor and the oath passed down by his ancestors. Smoke still lingered at the explosion site. Martian Manhunter showed up and keenly sensed the chaos spreading across the city. A man was trapped in mental torment. His messy memories kept mixing with reality. Visions of children and monsters haunted him, leaving him sleepless and miserable all night long. The Joker issued a vicious death threat to Batman. At the critical moment, Robin pulled the trigger to stop the violence, which broke the bottom line Batman had stuck to for years. Meanwhile, a string of serial murderers targeting teenagers broke out one after another in Gotham. After further investigation, Batman found all the victims were former juvenile detainees, killed brutally by the murderer. Batman keeps investigating the serial murders of teenagers. All bodies in the morgue bear identical fatal wounds, revealing a mysterious force behind the case. Robin tails a suspicious vehicle on the street. He follows its trail closely, hoping to track down the criminal gang. The vehicle stops and a group of thugs appear. Robin steps forward alone, and the chance standoff begins at once. Batman arrives just in time. The two fight in perfect sync and quickly take down all the attackers. After the fight, Superman comes to visit Batman. Noticing his old injuries, he sincerely advises Batman to get proper treatment. They have a deep talk about life and time. Though they hold different views, they share the same resolve to protect the world. Meanwhile, Bruce visits Scarlet's private lab as invited. The anti-aging technology researched here makes him fall into deep thought. Bruce accepts Scarlet's anti-aging treatment, including daily pills and injections, which she claims will heal his old injuries. Back at the Batcave, Damian notices his father's odd behavior, but Bruce is consumed by the teen murder case. Batman breaks into the Iceberg Lounge, fights his way through guards, and confronts the Penguin for clues. The Penguin tells Batman the victim stole his money, and the killer is a force beyond his reach. Damian notices his father's speed and strength have improved. The treatment is working. Tests reveal unknown substances in Bruce's blood, and the victim's body is locked down by police. Batman and Robin rush to a new crime scene together. The sight before them is horrifying. All the blood has been drained from the young victim's body, leaving a strange and gruesome scene. After analyzing previous cases, they confirmed that the serial killer specifically targets teenagers who once went astray, and the criminal behind all these crimes follows a clear pattern. To find out the truth and obtain key clues as soon as possible, they spring into action right away. Robin steps forward to draw the attention of the security guards and leads them away skillfully. Taking the chance, Batman sneaks inside and subdues the rest of the guard quickly, planning to interrogate them about the mysterious organization. Batman scans and compares the identity documents left at the scene, and a shocking clue comes to light. He discovers that the perpetrators belong to a hidden underground group. Surprisingly, this secret organization is closely linked to the anti-aging research project he got involved in before, connecting the two seemingly unrelated incidents. As the investigation falls into new confusion, Bruce returns to Scarlet's private laboratory. Following her plan, Scarlet injects him with the second dose of the special medicine called Sangreal. She tells Bruce that this dose will produce much stronger effects, which can further heal old wounds and enhance physical ability, and persuades him to keep receiving the treatment. During their conversation, Scarlet looks worried and hints subtly to Bruce that she is in great danger, as if she has been watched and threatened by hidden people all the time. Noticing something unusual, Bruce stays alert and decides to take Scarlet away from the lab for the moment. He invites her to have dinner together, trying to dig out more secrets about the research project and the organization behind it in a relaxed atmosphere. Over dinner, Bruce tests Scarlet quietly. However, Scarlet deliberately avoids core questions and only talks about the research concept and future prospects of the medicine. Both of them have their own intentions and circle around each other in words, starting a silent game of wits. Bruce is more convinced that behind this seemingly beneficial technology lies a huge conspiracy. Meanwhile, Robin keeps investigating back in the Batcave. He sorts out all the case files, compares the victim's information, medical ingredients, and documents of the underground group repeatedly, trying to find a breakthrough. He realizes clearly that the medicine his father takes is likely a trap set by the hidden force, and danger is drawing near step by step. As night falls, undercurrents still run wild in Gotham. On one hand, the strange serial murders keep causing panic and disrupting the order of the city. On the other hand, the tricky special medicine is gradually affecting Bruce's body and judgment. The two crews intertwine, and Batman and his partners are about to face the real enemy hiding deep in the darkness. After dinner with Bruce, Scarlet is suddenly attacked by an unknown gunman. Bruce steps in front of her to protect her immediately. Scarlet reacts quickly, disarming the attacker with her bare hands and showing incredible fighting skills. Batman joins the fight, and together they take down all the attackers. Scarlet calmly orders her men to leave, hinting at a larger conspiracy. Back at the Batcave, Damian traces the attackers to a secret company linked to Scarlet's anti-aging project. Bruce and Scarlet go to her penthouse, where their relationship deepens, though her true motive remains unclear. Bruce finds crucial evidence on Scarlet's computer, revealing her past is deeply connected to the Wayne tragedy. A serial killer is targeting teens recently released from juvenile detention in Gotham. Batman vows not to let any lead slip through his fingers. Robin, Batgirl, and Nightwing work together to calm the scared teens and gather them for protection. Batman investigates personally and discovers a criminal organization covering up the murders. At a domestic abuse scene, Batman stops the attacker and exposes his cruelty toward his stepson. Batman subdues the man and explains the truth behind the teen's actions, urging him to let go of violence. Batman leaves his contact to keep the boy safe, then returns to the Batcave to analyze the case. The team meets to plan how to protect the teens with technology while tracking the killer's identity. Bruce receives a call from Scarlet, who casually invites him to dinner. Sensing something is off, he realizes a hidden threat is approaching. Gotham is flooded with mercenaries targeting Batman. He quickly subdues them and learns there was a bounty on his head, which has now been cancelled. Batman visits the Iceberg Lounge to question the Penguin, who reveals the killer is backed by a powerful organization. Batman arrives at the attack scene to save a teen, only to be confronted by a female assassin. The assassin fights fiercely, revealing her tragic past. The boy stole her car, and she's here for revenge. Batman lets her take the boy, but secretly injects her with sedative before she leaves. Back at the lab, Scarlet analyzes Bruce's blood and realizes his true identity has been revealed. Under the drug's effect, Batman relives Spencer's tragic past and vows to stop the cycle of violence. Damian administers the antidote to Bruce while mapping the killer's pattern. Back in control, Batman infiltrates the prison with Robin, going undercover to find leads. Disguised as an investor, Bruce questions the warden, who evades his inquiries about the murders. Batman stages an accident to knock out the warden and takes his access card. Batman hacks the prison's security to plant bugs and track the mastermind. An assassin targets the injured teen at the hospital, but Batman arrives just in time to stop her. Batman comforts the teen and learns the deaths are part of a prison conspiracy. Inside the prison, Damian fights guards to protect the bully boy, sparking a riot. Damian leads the inmates to barricade the mess hall and face off against the guards. Batman learns of the riot through his bugs and heads to the prison to help Damian. The warden locks Damian in a torture chamber to force information out of him. Batman breaks into the prison and rescues Damian, reuniting with his son. After following numerous clues, Bruce finally uncovers the terrible truth behind Scarlet's laboratory. He is shocked to find that this seemingly elegant female scientist has been conducting illegal experiments. She uses the blood of deceased juvenile offenders as the core material to improve her anti-aging potions, making the entire research sinful from the very beginning. With a heavy heart, Bruce returns to Wayne Manor. In his study, he accidentally finds an envelope left by Clark Kent, also known as Superman. Inside the envelope are a large number of investigation documents and video records. These detailed materials serve as crucial evidence that can fully expose the huge conspiracy. The endless conspiracies intertwined with past pains weigh heavily on Bruce. He goes to the training room and takes intense boxing training to release his inner stress. Meanwhile, he uses his communication device to contact Dr. Leslie, hoping to dig deep into the medical clues behind the serial cases with her professional expertise. Learning that Bruce plans to act alone, Clark offers to go with him and provide support. However, Bruce firmly declines his kindness. He decides to head to the hideout of Joe Chill by himself. Joe Chill is the man who murdered his parents many years ago, and a key figure connecting the past events and current conspiracies. Bruce knows he has to face all of this on his own. When Bruce tracks down Joe Chill, the latter is already on guard and points a gun straight at him. With the cold muzzle so close, the tragic scene of his parents being killed on that night in his childhood flashes across his mind repeatedly. The psychological trauma buried deep inside for years is awakened once more, filling his heart with anger, sorrow, and struggle. Bruce confronts his parents' killer, Joe Chill, and years of repressed rage finally explode. He throws punch after punch, barely holding back, consumed by hatred and grief. Calming down, Bruce questions Chill about the truth. The killer reveals he was in a strange accident, operated on by a mysterious group, and his memories are fragmented. Bruce tracks the clues to Scarlet, who has been conducting illegal experiments with juvenile offenders' blood. Chill's accident was part of her scheme. The GCPD raids the Iceberg Lounge. Penguin fights back fiercely, but is surrounded, leading to a tense standoff. Commissioner Savage makes a deal with Penguin to keep their territories in check, preserving Gotham's criminal balance. Bruce hands Clark all the evidence, asking him to expose Scarlet's crimes to the public as a reporter. As the investigation goes further, Scarlet's secret illegal blood experiments are fully exposed by the media, plunging her company Therames into a public crisis overnight. Major newspapers publish detailed reports on the conspiracy on their front pages. People finally learn that she has long victimized deceased juvenile offenders and used their blood to develop the so-called immortality potion. The incident causes a huge stir across Gotham, filling citizens with shock and anger. After reading the news, Bruce calls Scarlet up once and questions her face to face. He cuts to the chase, asking if she knows the whole story behind the special injection she gave him and all the secrets hidden in the experiments. Faced with his repeated inquiries, Scarlet has no way to defend herself and fails to offer a reasonable explanation. Realizing he can get no more clues from the call, Bruce hangs up firmly and decides to go to her company in person. Soon afterwards, Batman arrives at the destination and breaks through the window to enter the heavily guarded laboratory. The sudden breaking shocks and unshakes Scarlet. She hurries to warn Batman that the entire lab is equipped with surveillance cameras. His actions will soon be noticed, and his identity will be exposed at any time. However, Bruce has made up his mind and ignores her warning completely. He presses forward relentlessly, insisting that she reveal the real mastermind pulling all the strings behind the scenes. The two confront each other inside the lab, and the atmosphere becomes extremely tense. Scarlet knows that she has lost everything, and her years of research and plans have all fallen apart. She stares at Batman, filled with unwillingness. Yet she also understands that these immoral experiments were doomed to fail from the very start. Bruce keeps a firm gaze. He will never let any wrongdoer escape punishment, and he swears to put an end to this serial case that has lasted for many years. While they are locked in a stalemate, rapid footsteps come from outside the lab. Scarlet's security team rushes over and prepares to stop Batman from leaving. A new conflict is about to break out. On one side are the villains trying to cover up their crimes, and on the other side stands Batman, who upholds justice and pursues the truth. The battle between darkness and justice continues in the corners of Gotham.